Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over how to make your in-house sign documents responsive. Responsive documents or responsive applications in general just means that on different screen sizes, your documents are going to be legible and usable. So users are going to be able to sign on their desktops, laptops, tablets, and mobile devices. I'm currently logged into the Inhouz Sign console, or into the Inhouz Cloud console rather. To get into the Inhouse Sign module, I need to just click on the Inhouse Sign menu. I'm going to switch over to the Templates tab and jump into a template called Test Proposal. So here we're going to do a few things. I am going to drag and drop a text block. All right. I'm going to get rid of the width so that it just takes up the space of whatever text is embedded in that text block. So we have a few roles here. Let me switch to the data tab. We have a boss role and we have our employee role. Let's say we wanted to map into the recipient's name. Okay. So here we are going to, and let's say this was maybe the boss. All right. So let's see. All we need to do is switch over using dynamic text. Turn that on. Gonna expand on this. You can work without code, of course. I'm going to switch to code. I'm going to say parameter dot app underscore data dot role data map dot boss dot recipient's name. Well, I guess that was not done properly. Boss, oh, I got that wrong, misspelled it. Now, these things can happen. We do have something to help, is search and select. And by using the search and select, I can basically just find what I was looking for, which is the role data map boss recipient name. Select that. Perfect. So here's the deal. On our desktop device, this is perfect. If you were to switch into a mobile view, you will notice that this now becomes perhaps a little bit out of place. I can then go into my styling and go into the font size, and I can say, well, for mobile, let's change this to 0.45 REM. So if you are not someone who knows how to style elements, REM just means relative sizing. We have all the standard HTML sizing units. So here, all I just did was say, well, when we are in the mobile view, I want this to be 45% of what it would be if we were in the web view. And as you can see, our text has shrunk. If I go back into the desktop view, it's legible and it's bigger. And if I go into the mobile view, it becomes legible for a mobile view. Okay? We could do the same thing with the signature. So one thing about Inhouse Sign is that it lets you preview a signature. So to preview a signature, all I need to do is double click. You can change the name to whatever name you want it to be. It defaults to Jonathan Doe. I can click on preview. So here I can see what it's going to look like when the user signs. I could adjust it. I could say, well, this might be a little bit too wide. Why don't we make it 16%? Okay. Then what if the user is signing this on a mobile? Well, because I'm using percentages, it actually kind of translated. But what if I want this to be just a little bit tighter? And I said, well, on mobile, I want this to be 13%. There you have it. So when the user signs on mobile, it looks good. And when the user signs on a desktop, it looks good. We skipped over the tablet and we skipped over mobile landscape, but you kind of get the point. And just so you know, whenever you configure the mobile landscape is going to inherit the mobile styling, unless of course you change it directly. Okay. And one thing you need to know also is that you can also you can move it and drag it and drop it wherever you want. Oops, you have to actually drag it from the drag handle. So you can drag it and rearrange it, size it properly. So with just these two examples, you kind of get the idea that when you're configuring your documents, and these documents might not necessarily be the best example because we do have a lot of space. So it's kind of hard to see the need for a responsive design. But if you had a document that was, filled with a lot of text, a lot of slots to write, that was space sensitive, had a ton of words, like your standard legal document, having the ability to make them responsive is a superpower for an e-signature platform. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.